Good afternoon, everyone. It is October 25th, 2022. Recording this for the third time, as apparently the the mic was muted the last time. Let's get into this. And sorry if it's a little bit rushed, but I'm getting a little bit tired of talking. We're looking at a 1,000 point range here, roughly from 4,400 to 3,400. And what I'm looking at is essentially two chunks of inventory and a major balance area. Our major balance area high being 3960-ish. So if we take this chunk from June, July, August, you can see it was a critical balance zone. Caught a bid in July, caught it again around September, and then acted as resistance when we sold off to new lows of the year. And what I'm looking at is now that we're above this big clump of inventory from about late September to late October this month, now that we're above this clump of inventory, what I want to see is if we can get up to this pivot high, this balance zone high from that zone I was describing earlier just now. And we have essentially this chunk of inventory fighting against us on the sell side, and for the buy side, and I don't really like calling it buying, but we will. On the buy side, we have shorts covering and this drift up occurring. And let's go into a little bit more detail about what I mean when I say that. Uh, what we had was last week, Globex opened up on Sunday. We caught a bid at 35.90, got above 36.50. And so this was a Globex bid that was propping us up, and then another Globex bid keeping us up at 36.50. This week a Globex bid at 37ish at our weekly pivot, and then again another Globex bid Monday Tuesday Globex session. So in other words, all the bids that have carried us up, what would that be? 38.70 to 35.90, nearly 300 points. This entire range has been dominated by Globex bidding it up and then the RTH getting squeezed. Just traders moving this up on low volume, not significant real underlying equity purchasing, and then the RTH traders just being squeezed. They're just covering their shorts, and that's what gives us this drift up, this low volume drift up, trend up action that we're seeing. So again, going back, what I'm expecting is this two-way trade to occur as we get the short covering continuing to occur while we have these trapped longs selling out. And once we get above roughly 3980-ish, I think we can start coming up to 4100, 4200, pretty close. I think the halfback on the year is sitting at 4148, give or take. Earlier it was at 42, 2375, I think. So I think that will be a target if we do make it above the pivot. Now, with all that background info, let's go into the details of what I'm looking at for the RTH session tomorrow. We have some important levels here, but let's give context by backing out a little bit and scrolling back to September's action. We have the FOMC spike base at 32.75. That's where we caught another bid towards the end of the day, sold off, and then we sold off again during a Globex session. That is why we have that 34 number. I had it as 32.75 today, and I was unable to get a bid, so I will be having it at 34. It also corresponds with today's value area low, roughly. So it will be a long for looking for a move, holding this FOMC spike base, but also holding value area low for a move to value area high. 47s then are sort of the low of a large balance zone going up to about 72. You can see it's just been a supporty zone. That's all it balances is support, resistance, whatever you want to call it. And these are just sort of the lows of it. So 47.5 has been an awesome spot. I can't remember before, no. So 47 is a great spot. 66, just the higher end of that same balance zone. Just been an awesome level, both on the long and short side. I'll be looking to take it long for a move into, again, a great level. I'll be looking for, and I think it even worked on FOMC, there's a sell. These are 5-minute candles on a very volatile session. Sell, bid, 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 bid. So I'll be looking at long 66s for a move into a weekly POC around 75. Above that, 93 was a balance area high. It even worked during FOMC with a bid here and a sell, but it was sort of a balance area. You can see it also back in early September. However, I think the extreme balance high is more so around 06 half. You can see a bid towards the end of the day during a dramatic sell-off session, and then catching catching sells and bids and whatever else through numerous other sessions. So 06-ish has been important, and then just the same thing. It's just balance area highs and lows. This whole 3,800 3850 to 3975 ish. It felt very balance zony. You know, we had clear levels, especially in September. You see, we're just clearly churning between these zones. So I will be looking to short these white levels, and if they happen to blow through, I will look for retracement longs as well, ignoring this 4,000 number for now. So that's what I'm looking at for the upside. To the downside, where are we? There we are. I will be long at 38.18 as well. That is just last week's value area high. I might switch that to 16. That is why that number is there for now. Just a nice number during Globex, and again right around that weekly value area high and sort of the prior week's highs. I will also be bid at 91. That is where we had that Globex bid that I kept talking about, the various Globex bids. This is one of them at 91. So I will be bid there. If we do break through, I won't be looking to buy anything for a long time. I'll be looking to sell 63s near Monday's RTH low of the day. I'll be short at 47.5. I do understand that we caught a bid here around 42, so that is another number that I might switch it to. I'll be selling 32, selling 14.5, and then bid at 85 and selling it if we do fall through. So that is that's about as much detail as I think I'll be going through on this third time recording. But that is what is that, a 300 point range? Yeah, 300 point range for you guys, and 14 levels. So it might look like a lot when we compress it, but it's not really too much. 13 levels and 300 points is not a lot. I might get rid of this 47.5 level or kind of move it around. We'll see based on Globex's action. It is kind of the middle of the range today, which I don't love trading within, so I might get rid of it. But if there are any changes to the levels, those will be posted to Twitter pre-market per usual. Hope that helps, and trade safe.